Why are you in this race?
You know why? Because I'm really passionate about this province, and I bet you anybody will give you that answer. But when I looked at other candidates and when I looked at what was being offered, I knew that there is more that this province can be. And I knew that I'm bringing something very different to the table. I have the experience of being elected in this province for over 13 years. I had the privilege of being a cabinet minister for a number of years in a variety of portfolios. I've always been a bit of an eager beaver, and ever since I became a rookie MLA, I always kept myself busy on committees and research and all those things. And you know what? And I'm an Albertan by choice. I wasn't born in this province. I wasn't born in this country, and I really, really appreciate all the opportunities that are in this province. And I know that even though this is by far the greatest province in Canada, it can be even better. This province is great for about 90% of Albertans. There's still about 10% that we're leaving behind that don't get to benefit from the richness of this province. So that is an area I'm very passionate about. But I also see other resources that can grow us economically to a much greater extent than they have up to now. You know, we've been almost singularly focused on oil and gas, and that's great, and I will continue to focus on that because that is the bread and butter of this province. We need to find new markets, build pipelines, and all that. But then I look just out the window over here, agriculture. Even though it is our second biggest economy and it is the most renewable and sustainable economy that you can find in Alberta, it can be so much more if we did for agriculture what we did for the oil sands 40 years ago. Imagine the value added that we can do in this province. Just imagine, take a box of Kellogg's cornflakes, and I told that story before, and you pay $6 for it at Safeway. You open it up at home, and you see about a penny worth of corn, a penny worth of cardboard, and a penny worth of plastic, that liner bag inside. So if all those products were sourced from Alberta, we would have made roughly 3 cents because you get corn in Tabor, cardboard in northern Alberta, plastic in Fort Saskatchewan. Somebody is making $5.97, and it's not in Alberta, it's not in Canada. And that's just an example. But Canada will be one of the very few countries left in the world producing surplus food. They don't make any more farmland. We have to be very cautious with what we do with our farmland, with city sprawl and just industrial use of that land. We have to balance that. But the fact is that we will be feeding the world. And as the middle class is rising in India and China and Southeast Asia, they will be buying more and more of our food. Now it's our choice whether we will be selling it to them the way we sell it right now, train loads full of grain, corn, potatoes, vegetables, frozen beef, frozen pork, or are we going to add value to it? Are we going to refine and upgrade, using oil terminology, agricultural products in this province so we can sell that $6 product as opposed to 3-cent worth of commodity? Our choice. I say we can't afford not to do the right thing and start upgrading and refining. Not only because it makes financial sense, but it's the right thing to do for Alberta. Giving young Albertans an opportunity to have high-tech jobs in rural Alberta, not having to move to Calgary or Edmonton or Red Deer. Giving Albertans the possibility of maintaining our high quality of life into the future. You know, oil and gas will be great to us for many, many years to come, but it fluctuates. It is a commodity that tends to peak and bottom out in price worldwide overnight. If we are to build a province that is more than just a work camp, where people come in, make a lot of money and leave, but instead come in, look around and say, this is a great place, I want to stay, I want to raise my family here. If we want to build a province where our young people, upon getting educated, don't leave this province, we need to grow our economy in a sustainable way, in a much more predictable way than just depending on the price of one commodity, and start investing in quality of life. We need to have a province where Albertans can be proud of saying, this is my home, This is where the art galleries are and the recreational facilities are. This is where the hospital is, where my baby was born, and there's room for babies to be born into the future. This is a province where I can put my parent into a seniors facility and I can sleep at night knowing that they will be getting compassionate, dignified care in the autumn of their life. This is a province that I'm proud of traveling the world and saying I'm from Alberta, and everybody associates Alberta as that place where people live a good life. We have what it takes. We have the resources. We've been given the natural resources that are more bountiful than anywhere else.